Welcome to Silent Secrets. In today's video, I want to take you on a journey into one of the most hidden, yet most powerful dynamics of relationships. Have you ever stopped to truly wonder what goes through a woman's mind when you're not around? Most men imagine the answer is simple. They assume she's sitting there missing him, thinking about him endlessly, waiting for his return. But the truth? The truth is far more complicated, far more revealing, and if you don't understand it, you'll lose control of the relationship without even realizing it. A woman's mind in your absence is like a mirror. It reflects not just her feelings, but your real value. When you're not there, the truth of her attraction, her respect, and her loyalty rise to the surface. And this is where strength, discipline, and self-respect matter more than anything else. Because when you're not around, she isn't just thinking about your words. She's feeling the weight of your presence, or the weakness of your absence. If your impact is shallow, she drifts. If your presence lingers with strength, she respects and desires you even more. The ancient Stoics understood this. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself daily that people's loyalty is shaped not by words, but by how you live. Seneca warned against seeking constant validation, teaching that a man anchored in himself cannot be shaken by absence. This is what you must embrace. Becoming so rooted in your mission and values that even your absence speaks louder than your presence. So, if you're ready to uncover what a woman truly feels when you're not around, stay with me. Open your mind, listen carefully, and let's begin with the first lesson. She measures your value in absence when you're not there. Something powerful happens. A woman doesn't test you with words. She tests you with silence, with distance, with her imagination. Absence becomes a stage where your true value as a man is either proven or dismantled. Think of it this way. If you're always available, always chasing, always texting back instantly, she never gets the chance to feel your worth. Instead, she feels your dependence. And dependence is the fastest way to destroy attraction. But when you step back, when you allow silence, when you immerse yourself in your mission, your work, your discipline, she starts asking herself questions. Why isn't he chasing me? What is he doing right now? Who else might want him? Is he focused on something bigger than me? That questioning is the seed of desire. It flips the dynamic. You're no longer the one seeking validation. She is. This isn't about playing games. It's about psychology. A woman wants to feel she has a man others admire, a man who stands for something, who belongs to a mission greater than her. Marcus Aurelius said, "Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be." Be one. Your absence is the perfect arena to prove this truth. You don't need to argue for your worth. You demonstrate it by your priorities. If your absence makes her respect you more, you're winning. If your absence makes her doubt you, then you're still living as a boy, not a man. Absence creates the chase. One of the oldest truths in attraction is this: people value what they must work for. When you're always present, always available, always giving, you remove the challenge. You remove the mystery. And with no mystery, desire fades. Absence, when paired with strength, creates pursuit. When she doesn't see you for a while, when you stop responding instantly, when your life seems full without her constant involvement, something awakens. That curiosity turns into longing. That longing turns into desire. And soon, she is the one reaching out first. She starts asking when she'll see you. She invests effort. She begins to chase. Seneca once wrote, "It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more, that is poor." If you crave her constant attention, you look poor in spirit, needy and dependent. But when you live with self-sufficiency, she craves you. Think of Alexander the Great. Even during conquest, he would vanish for weeks, retreating with his army to plan and prepare. Allies, enemies, and lovers waited in anticipation. When he returned, his presence carried double the weight because absence had built demand. Modern men must reclaim this strategy. Instead of smothering her with texts, instead of flooding her with attention, channel your energy into your craft, your health, your purpose. Let her feel your absence not as neglect, but as gravity pulling her toward you. When a woman chases you, she invests. And when she invests, she bonds. That bond is stronger than any flowers, gifts, or sweet words you could ever give. The power of silence in today's world, where everyone talks too much. Silence is the loudest weapon you can wield. Most men destroy attraction not because they lack money, looks, or charm, but because they can't resist the urge to overtalk. They explain themselves, they justify their every move, they seek constant validation. In doing so, they kill the mystery that fuels feminine desire. But silence projects confidence. A man who isn't afraid of silence shows he's not afraid of being misunderstood. He doesn't scramble for approval. He doesn't need her agreement to feel secure. At first, this unsettles her, but soon it pulls her closer. She starts to lean in. She wants to know what you're thinking. She chases not just your time, but your words. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself to act more and talk less. Leaders are not remembered for endless speeches, but for the weight of their few words. Silence allows her emotions to work for you. When she delays replying to your text and you remain calm, not double texting, not panicking, your silence makes her wonder, did I lose his attention? Is he losing interest? Who else has it? That wondering increases her emotional investment. Even in conflict, silence is powerful. Instead of shouting or begging, the man who pauses, who stays calm, who lets silence speak, he radiates strength. Napoleon Bonaparte, known for his fiery temper, often used silence as a strategy. In tense negotiations, he would remain quiet, letting others reveal more than they intended. In relationships, the same principle applies. Silence makes her reveal more. It forces her to fill the gap with her own energy. Remember, silence is not weakness. It is control, and the man who controls himself always controls the frame. The withdrawal test: when a woman pulls back, she isn't always leaving. She's listening. She's testing. She wants to see who you are when she isn't there to validate you. Absence becomes a mirror. Do you collapse into panic? Or do you deepen your discipline? Seneca warned, "We suffer more often in imagination than in reality." Her withdrawal is a test of your imagination. Do you create fears that aren't real, or do you stay grounded in reality? When she steps back, weak men chase, beg, and over-explain. Strong men stay rooted in mission. They don't collapse. They grow sharper. Marcus Aurelius said, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." Her withdrawal isn't the end. It's a chance to advance, to train harder, sleep better, work deeper, sharpen your vision. So ask yourself, if she didn't reply for 2 days, would your discipline collapse or improve? The strongest move is not to react. You let the space breathe. You allow absence to dignify itself. Because when she looks back, what she sees will decide everything. Does she see panic, or progress, weakness, or strength? Pass the withdrawal test, and your absence stops feeling like neglect. It feels like gravity. Her silent tests of your strength. When you're not around, she replays every detail in her mind. She tests you silently, not with words, but with memories and intuition. Did your actions match your words? Did the discipline you claim to value show up when she wasn't watching? Marcus Aurelius said, "Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one." That's what she's measuring. Are you still that man when no one's watching? Or do you crumble the second the spotlight fades? Women feel the difference. They sense inconsistency. They don't always call it out, but they feel it. Her silence isn't empty. It's loaded. When she delays replying, when she creates space, when she shifts her energy, she's measuring you. Most men panic here. They chase, they beg, they fold. But the man who stays firm, who lets her observe, who knows strength doesn't need to scream, he wins. Epictetus said, "First say to yourself what you would be, then do what you have to do." This is the heart of her silent test. Are you the man you claim to be, even in silence? The body language test: words can deceive. Body language rarely does. High-value men watch actions, not just listen to words. When a woman is truly interested, her body betrays it. She leans closer, her eyes soften, her body mirrors yours. She finds subtle excuses to touch. A light brush on your arm, fixing something on your shirt. Even her feet tell the truth. If they're pointed toward you, she's engaged. If they're pointed away, she's not. Women are often too polite to reject directly. Instead, they signal with body language, hoping you'll pick it up. Most men ignore it and waste years chasing someone whose body language has been saying no from day one. Julius Caesar was famed for reading people. He sensed loyalty or betrayal without a word spoken. You must cultivate the same skill. Look for patterns. If her body language consistently signals warmth, she's invested. If it signals withdrawal, she's not. And as a man of value, your time should never be wasted convincing someone who's already shown disinterest. The silent tests of absence. Every man must face this truth. When you're not around, she is still testing you. Not with words. Not even consciously, but deep in her intuition, she's measuring. Are you strong or weak in absence? Marcus Aurelius wrote that a man must be like the cliff that withstands crashing waves. Women instinctively seek that cliff, stability in storms. So ask yourself, do you crumble in absence, chasing validation? Or do you remain rooted, steady, and calm? Absence creates an arena where her trust either grows or dies. If you're needy, she feels it. If you're grounded, she admires it. Epictetus said, "If you want to improve, be content to be thought foolish and stupid." Meaning, when she doubts in silence, don't rush to prove yourself. Let your actions speak. Be strong enough not to beg for recognition. Because every silent test is an opportunity, not just to keep her, but to earn her respect, and even more importantly, your own. Now let's bring everything together. What does a woman truly feel when you're not around? It's not just about missing your smile or your voice. It's about how your character echoes in her mind when you're gone. Does she feel peace, admiration, and trust? Or does she feel doubt, chaos, and disappointment? That answer is your true report card. It shows the reality of your masculinity. Marcus Aurelius taught that we must live by principles, not by moods. Epictetus taught that freedom comes from self-mastery. Seneca warned against the trap of craving constant validation. If she feels secure when you're gone, you've done your job as a man. If she feels insecure or disinterested, it's a wake-up call. So ask yourself one final question. When you leave the room, do you leave behind trust or uncertainty? The answer defines not just your relationship, but your legacy as a man. Subscribe, stay sharp, and come back stronger.